Well, we begin tonight with more fallout today in the New Jersey bridge scandal. A class action lawsuit is now underway involving victims who were hurt by the political game that backed up traffic for days at the George Washington Bridge. Ebru's Derricke Dennis is live at the bridge with more on the latest developments. And Derricke, documents were released today, even more?
That's right, and here's some of those documents right here. More than 900 pages of private emails back and forth between government officials detailing what many are calling Bridgegate, a scandal here at the George Washington Bridge that just keeps growing with people lining up to sue.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie leaving Fort Lee City Hall after apologizing to the mayor personally for the George Washington Bridge scandal that's now making headlines.
We had a very good and productive meeting, and I have great respect for the mayor. We had a very good conversation.
Can you tell us what was said? Can you summarize it in a sentence?
That conversation over the apparent political game played at the bridge last September. Several lanes deliberately shut down for days, causing traffic to back up into Fort Lee, blocking individual cars, stalling emergency vehicles, hindering school buses. Why? So-called political payback for Mayor Mark Sokolich not endorsing Christie's re-election.
We view his appearance here as very productive. It was a very productive meeting. It was a cordial meeting. Really the most important concern that we had, or that I have on behalf of Fort Lee, along with the council and the folks that are behind me, are to make sure that this never ever happens again in the future.
The fallout now leading to a class action lawsuit filed by attorney Rosemarie Arnold and a growing list of affected drivers stuck in the gridlock.
For all of the people who lost time, who lost wages, who lost business, who missed their airline flights, who missed their doctor's appointments.
Among them, resident Joy Galicki held up in traffic for nearly 2 hours.
My anxiety built up because of this. I started to sweat, and I literally had a panic attack.
The alleged scheme detailed in nearly 1,000 newly released emails, letters, diagrams, and other documents seen here, including a series of secret exchanges between a Christie aide and an official with the Port Authority which operates the bridge. Christie's aide writing, "Time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee." A Port Authority official responding, "Got it." Later, the aide wrote, "Is it wrong that I am smiling?" The Port Authority official responding, "No." Both officials fired, including David Wildstein, the now former director of the Port Authority, who refused to answer any questions in a hearing this week.
On the advice of my counsel, I respectfully assert my right to remain silent under the United States and New Jersey constitutions.
We know what they did was intentional. We don't need to wait for 900 pages of documents. We have emails that show that what they did was deliberately designed to inflict substantial damages on the people of Fort Lee.
The bridge scandal threatening Governor Christie's administration and any aspirations he might have had for higher office.
And even before this scandal broke, Governor Christie had been widely regarded as a Republican possible candidate in the 2016 presidential election. But a new poll out asking voters if this scandal is hurting Christie's chances in 2016. More than 63% responded yes. Another 20% said no, it won't hurt him. And the rest saying they don't know or it's too early to tell. Governor Christie clearly not able to distance himself from this growing scandal. Live tonight at the George Washington Bridge in Fort Lee, New Jersey, I'm Derricke Dennis for Ebru News. Nicole, back to you.
You know, Derricke, that's a really interesting point. We've been talking so much about where does this leave him in terms of voters, but it also begs the question, where does this leave him in terms of campaign donors as well? Thanks so much for that report.